update on the new variant. So apparently, like they're calling this I don't know if it's the SARS COVID-2. I don't know if the COV actually stands for COVID or just COV-2 variant, BA.2.86. This was last updated August 30th, which was literally like a week ago. So CDC, and of course, this I'm just pointing out key points here. So if y'all looking for the full detail, which I've already read the full detail, it's on the CDC website. You just go on the CDC.gov and you're gonna find all the details there. So CDC is tracking a new SARS-CoV-2 variant called BA.2.86 and working to better understand its potential impact on public health. This follows the CDC's initial risk assessment summary on August 23rd of 2023. The updated COVID-19 vaccine will be available in mid-September, so it'll be later on this month. So learn ways to keep you and your loved ones safe as well as we head into the fall season. So what's new? The CDC continues to track the presence of BA.2.86 variant. And since CDC's initial risk assessment, this variant has been identified in additional countries from both human and wastewater specimens. Human and wastewater specimens. The variant has been identified in at least 4 states in the United States and samples from either people or wastewater. This variant is currently being studied in the laboratory to help understand how the immune system may interact with this virus. The current increases in cases and hospitalizations in the United States are likely being driven by infections with XBB lineage viruses, not the new BA.286 variant. So the current risk assessment, based on the current information, existing tests used to detect the medications used to treat COVID-19 continue to be effective with this variant. Scientists are evaluating how previous immunity from vaccinations or past infections protect against this new variant. Test of how well antibodies block the virus from infecting cells gives us one measure of how well one part of the immune system might handle BA.2.86. Along with antibodies, other parts of the immune system have important roles in protecting people from the most severe outcomes of COVID-19. These other parts of the immune system has been less affected by viral evolution and are not predicted to have decreased activity against BA.286. So CDC's current assessment is that the updated COVID-19 vaccine, which will be available in mid-September, as I mentioned earlier, will likely be effective at reducing severe disease and hospitalization. Immune responses generated from prior infection also help protect against severe outcomes of COVID-19. There is currently no evidence that this variant is causing more severe illness. That assessment may change as additional scientific data are developed. CDC remains committed to releasing updates on trends and observations of this variant. So, prevention actions. If licensed or authorized by the FDA and recommended by the CDC, updated vaccines will be available as early as mid-September at your local pharmacy or doctor's office. So what can you do to protect yourself and others as we learn more? At this time, we do not know how well this variant spreads, but we know that it spreads in the same way as other variants. That means you can still take the following actions to protect yourself and others from infection. The first thing and the most important, get your COVID-19 vaccines as recommended. That is the first, and I will repeat, get your COVID-19 vaccines as recommended. I will repeat this. Get your COVID-19 vaccines as recommended. Stay home if you're sick. Get tested for COVID-19 if you're sick. Seek treatment if you have COVID-19 and are at high risk of getting very sick. If you choose to wear a mask, wear a high quality one that fits well over your nose and your mouth. I repeat, if you choose to wear a mask, wear a high quality one that fits well over your nose and mouth. I don't care how big it is, just do it. Improve ventilation and wash your hands. Repeat, wash your hands. I know a lot of people that don't do that. That's enough to make anybody sick. Exactly. Exactly. So here's just a quick outline of the scientific understandings of BA.2.6 as of the 30th of August. BA.2.86 has continued to be detected sporadically in various countries. After first being identified in Israel, it has now been detected in human or wastewater samples in Canada, Denmark, the United States, the United Kingdom, South Africa, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, and Thailand. Genomic sequencing for SARS-CoV-2, baby, has fallen in much of the world, and there is a delay between specimen collection and genomic sequencing. Because of both factors, it is likely this variant is present in additional countries. So within the United States, 3 different genomic monitoring systems have detected this variant. The National Genomic Surveillance, which is human samples, Traveler Genomic Surveillance, human samples, and National Wastewater Surveillance, wastewater samples. BA.2.86 compromises less than 1% of circulating SARS-CoV-2 over the past 2 weeks in the United States. And CDC and other laboratories are working to better understand and study this variant. So in human cases, as of August 30th, 24 BA.286 variant sequences have been reported from human specimens globally, which is Denmark, they have 10, Sweden has 4, South Africa has 2, Portugal has 2, Canada has 1, Israel has 1, and United Kingdom has 1, and the United States has 1, including in a person detected through CDC's traveler-based genomic surveillance, which is currently described as a Virginia case. And 2 others were identified through CDC's U.S. National Genomic Surveillance, which is Michigan and Ohio. The cases identified in the United States are likely due to multiple introductions and identifications of these cases in multiple countries as evidence of international spread. It is also important to note that at this time, the increase in hospitalizations in the United States is likely driven by XBB lineage viruses, not BA.2.86. The XBB lineage viruses are similar to the formulation of the 2023-2024 COVID-19 vaccine, which will be available in mid-September. So no, the severity hasn't really changed much. They don't know much more about it. They don't know what's causing this severe illness other than human and the wastewater, stuff like that. And the transmission has also been unchanged. The wastewater detection is the same way, but except in the wastewater samples from Ohio and New York City, including the collections of National Wastewater Surveillance System, which is NWSS, has indicated the presence of BA.2.86 variant. And scientists are investigating these samples and will continue to closely monitor wastewater for furthermore or more widespread evidence of BA.2.86. So that's just the outline of what this new variant is coming across. We have dealt with Omicron and all these other ones. So hoping that this don't get worse than what it already is. Mm-hmm. So, you know, if everybody just keep and believe in science, if most people in these cases don't, then we're pretty much screwed. What's your thoughts about the new variant? What you got to say about this?
Not a whole lot. Just, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, sicknesses is always going to be on the rise.
Right.
Viruses is always going to be on the rise. This been going on since time began. So
Hmm.
it's not like that. This is something that's just really technically, well, in the sense that it's not technically brand new, but it is, because
Right.
each variant is always, something new that you have to, go about in a different way.
Hmm.
But going through these is not the first time.
Right.
Now with COVID, it was the first time that we actually had to experience a shutdown that really changed a whole lot and how people function in everyday life.
Right.
It's one of those things where back when the Spanish flu happened back in the late 1910s, it was one of those things where where people actually listened
Hmm.
and actually did what they had to do in order to survive,
Right.
and that helped them to survive. I don't know too. I know there was a few people that probably had died from the Spanish flu, but it wasn't as bad as COVID with the mishandling of
Hmm.
COVID and all of that. But these are just things that we live in life, and it's just something that for me, if I was to just give advice, it's something not to be afraid of. It's just something that you just have to listen to the experts and just do what you can to make sure that you know have to take care of yourself and survive for the most part.
What would you say to those that actually don't believe in this? I guess I should. I guess I should have asked.
Darrell, let me just see how I can put this delicately. If you're one of those people that just do not believe in science, that's fine, but don't go and expect other people to believe in what you're doing. It's just like with see, you just opened up a whole new door of avenues for
Yeah, I
me.
know. Go round ahead.
Don't expect people to believe what you believe in. When you have people that's always talking about the LGBTQ community as an example,
Mhm.
ain't nobody trying to project that on you. Don't project that type of
Yes,
thing on other people, like, oh, don't believe
exactly.
in science, oh, don't believe in this, don't believe in that. Don't project that. Don't think that the LGBTQ community is trying to get you to believe or trying to get you to be somebody that you're not.
Yeah, they just want to be treated equally.
They're expressing themselves.
Yeah, that's all.
Sure, you can express yourself, but at the end of the day, don't try to project it and try to make it seem like that you're just wrong for believing in science.
Exactly.
So if that's my advice, that's probably about the best I could do,
Um,
Daryl.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. Everybody has their belief in something, right? Everybody believes in different things.
And it's
Like a lot of
amazing that
people,
some of those people believe in Donald Trump. Ugh.
exactly. That was going to be one of my points. Like, I know a lot of people believe in Donald Trump.
Help us
I know a
all.
lot of people. I know a lot of people believe in the UFO. There's a lot of other people that believe in the ghost.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and there are a lot of people that actually don't believe in science, and there's people that believe science.
yeah.
The thing that you really have to grasp concept of what is it that brings out a lot more factual information? Donald Trump, science, or UFOs? Science. If a scientist
Could have asked
tells
that in the
you,
form of a question.
huh?
Could have asked that in the form of a question. I would
I
have
could
answered
have.
it.
It's
Well,
okay.
as formative an answer, and I just would have asked in a question. Jeopardy.
Well, yeah. I didn't think about it that way. I was just trying to make a point.
No,
I
I
didn't think
know.
about it that way.
I know. I know you didn't. I
But
know you didn't.
but what I'm saying is that if a scientist tells you that there's a COVID-19 coming on a rise like it was 4 years ago, scientists who are the scientists who have told you to drink bleach to help rid of COVID-19? Is it scientist Donald Trump, or is it a scientist that has been studying this shit for years
and labeled it.
To me, I just think that a lot of us people has to smarten up on a lot of things that is going on in this world. For you to make up your own information to combat other things makes you feel like you're smarter. You got to be a little bit smarter than that. That's just my general point. Let's just be smart with even with this new variant. There wasn't a lot going on with Omicron and stuff like that, which I'm really surprised about. And now with this coming, let's see how this be if people smarten up. So we'll see how this works out.
People used to think that black people were crazy for using bleach in their dishwater with their soap. But now look what everybody's doing. It's a cleaning product. It's not used to clean inside your body. It's used to clean products. It's used
that dogged out for it and everything.
Yeah.
Just brutally, just like what dumb black people would do stuff like that. You crazy white people that followed.
Oh man. Oh, you can't
We
win.
put vinegar in our chicken. We put cooking vinegar in our chicken.
That's right.
We got dogged out for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think I'm done with this. I don't have anything else.
I'm done with this too.
Okay. I'm done with this. I appreciate everyone's time. Everyone watching this, thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. Of course, go ahead and follow us on social media. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Spam that like button on the videos. If you enjoy it, spam it, spam it, spam it. Of course, we have the gaming content and the video podcast, Darren's Notes, Darrell's Reactions. And of course, we'll have different clips of on YouTube of different things. But thank you very much for watching. But I'm Darrell. Darrell's right across from me.
Yep.
But until then, we're out.